Hey, yo, 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 it's Mr. Harland. Today we're going to go over a couple stories of kids stealing cars, even some that go back to 2023 and a little bit beyond. Now, yeah, it's kind of strange, you're watching the news one day and you hear kids are stealing cars, but, hey, some kids are just, what you would call little shits who, I guess weren't disciplined enough by their parents, I guess you could say. I will feature the news links down in the description below, so you can get just sit there and gasp over the ridiculous reasons why they did it. So we got a story here from today, back from September the 24th, 2023. Where 10 and 11-year-old siblings drove off in their mom's car after she took away their electronics. Let that sink in. After the mother took away their electronics. What? I figured, okay, they're going to go on a joyride, but just pre-reading this beforehand while eating breakfast today, I thought my eyes were seeing things. No. They took their mother's car because she took away their electronics. The police pulled over the brother and sister and contacted their mother, who traveled 3 hours to pick them up. I feel very sorry for that mother. She's got some bad kids. They better get coal in their stockings from Santa. Two Florida preteens decided to take their mom's car and go for a joyride in the middle of the night after she disciplined them by taking away their electronic devices. On September 21st, the Alachua County Sheriff Department, located near Gainesville, Florida, released a statement on Facebook confirming that deputies pulled over a 10-year-old boy and his 11-year-old sister who were driving alone on Alachua Freeway, forgive me, Floridians if I pronounced that wrong. At around 3:50 a.m., deputies planned to perform a high-risk traffic stop as the white sedan had been reported stolen, the Post said. Much to their surprise, deputies observed a 10-year-old male driver exit the vehicle along with his 11-year-old sister. It was learned that the siblings had been reported as missing to the Northport Police Department and that the stolen vehicle belonged to their mother. The statement read, "The social media post included 2 photos of the children exiting the vehicle with their hands raised. The department covered their faces in the image to conceal their identities as their kids, they're minors, and they're little punks." Authorities contacted the siblings' mother, who decided to not press charges and instead drove 3 hours to pick up her children and take them home, praying they got spankings. Y'all people need to spank your kids sometimes. Come on now. And do more than just ground them in timeout. Jesus, come on, people. Yeah, these animals around here really want to jump in the fire. I don't like these woods that much. But it's a nice scenery. The brother and sister had traveled about 200 miles from home, NBC News reported, after many Facebook users commented on the post asking for more details. The department provided an update on September the 22nd. In a follow-up comment below the original post shared, what prompted the children to leave in the early hours of the morning. According to police, they were upset with their mom, who took away their electronic devices. Police added that the mother confiscated the devices because the preteens were not using them appropriately. The children did speak with both deputies and detectives, and those conversations did not lead to any belief that the children were mistreated by their parent or any other person within the home. Authorities said the mother, although she does not plan to press charges, the 2 siblings could be criminally charged for driving without a valid license. In addition to speaking with the children, police also had a conversation with their mother. Our detectives did speak with their mother at length, who was clearly doing her best to raise the two young children, and she was very receptive to the recommendations that they provided in helping her get assistance. The statement concluded. Jeez. Whatever happened, just kids, going outside and playing with a kickball, and, now they're, going out, stealing shit, cars as well. Like, really? What the fuck? Because, is this for real? Is this real life? And sadly, it is. Oh, man. And what makes it even crazier is they could learn some of this from social media. In this next article, from the New York Times. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Sorry, I just love Frank Sinatra and that particular song. Teens are from this article from the New York Times. Teens are stealing more cars. They learn how on social media. Yeah, probably this is why. Another reason parents should just at least figure out what the kids are looking at. But then again, they're holding more secrets, and it's another example of kids stealing cars. And this is from when the Kia and Hyundai car theft challenges were high as a kite on TikTok, because TikTok sucks. Violent crime is largely receding from pandemic highs, but cities face a surge in car thefts driven in part by videos that show how to hotwire models by Kia and Hyundai, or as I like to call it, Hyundai. I just do. One of the busiest places in Memphis these days is the impound lot, north of downtown, where 6 tow truck drivers can sit in a line for over 6 hours to make drop-offs. Victims can wait weeks to get their stolen vehicles back, and some 2,700 cars are squeezed onto the grounds of an old farm equipment factory. The overcrowding is the result in part of an auto theft boom that had gripped Memphis and other U.S. cities. Vehicles from 2 manufacturers, Kia and Hyundai, have proven especially vulnerable to theft, prompting cities to file lawsuits against car makers and at least one state's attorney general to open an investigation. And a lot of the culprits are teenagers or young adults stealing cars for kicks or to use them for other crimes, such as robberies, the police say. More than half of the 175 people arrested and accused of car theft this year in Memphis were teenagers, who often abandoned the vehicles after a joyride. One city council member, Saralyn J. Davis, told the city council, the Memphis police chief, Saralyn J. Davis, at a recent meeting, they're finding it easy to do. We know that a lot of our young people are breaking into cars and stealing cars as almost a dare or a trend right now. And that's pretty much what it was. American cities have faced a rise in car thefts during the coronavirus pandemic and even after it. Some other categories of crime, including homicides, aggravated assaults, rose nationally in 2020 and 2021, and then declined somewhat last year, though they remain above pandemic levels, according to data collected by the Nonpartisan Council of Criminal Justice. But auto thefts have continued to rise, even as other forms of law-breaking have leveled out or fallen. Frankly, I'm quite shocked, if you ask me. None of these kids have tried stealing a plane yet. Oh, Jesus Christ. What will they think of next? A submarine? Oh, good Lord. That'd be scary. These teenagers make their own submarine, and then they go to beachfront or riverside homes of millionaires, and they just surface the submarine, and then they get out of the submarine they make, and then steal a lot of valuable things, put it in the submarine, and disappear into the river. That's assuming they know how to build something. Early in the pandemic, experts who study crime say more vehicles were stolen partly because people were staying home. Cars were left on the streets during the day rather than in a secure parking lots near offices. But the surge has continued, fueled in part by social media videos that show step-by-step how to steal Kias and Hyundais that are not equipped with an engine immobilizer, an electronic security device that keeps a car from being started without a key. All you had to do was put something on TikTok, how to steal these cars, and they started getting stolen left and right, said Senator Chuck Schumer, a Democrat from New York, at a news conference last week in Buffalo at the time, where he brandished a USB cord while standing next to a recent auto theft victims. The two Korean car brands, part of the same conglomerate, are increasingly popular in America, accounting for about a tenth of U.S. auto sales last year. At the same time, the companies have shipped steering wheel locks to police departments across the country to be provided free of charge to car owners who drive at-risk models, and executives say they are constantly monitoring TikTok and YouTube for new videos that show how to steal their vehicles and then alerting the social media companies so those videos can be removed. Kia said in a statement that it was committed to supporting law enforcement and owners in addressing these crimes. When it comes to representatives for YouTube and TikTok, said the companies had removed several videos related to what is known as the Kia Challenge, something I covered before, and is just the pinnacle of just teenage degeneracy. That's what I call it. It's a scary feeling, one person said, not knowing if your car is going to be there or not. But on an afternoon in late December, Miss Garcia, god damn it, found shards of glass on the ground where she had parked. It took the police 2 days to track down her Sportage. When she retrieved it, she found her steering column ripped apart, a window smashed, and trash including deli meat strewn inside. Wow, these kids must really like their deli meat. James Lint, a lieutenant with the San Antonio Police Department, said such destruction was common among stolen vehicles. It's not often we get them back in good condition. They are torn up, ripped up, marked on, painted on. Miss Garcia, 31, is now warning anyone she knows who owns a Kia. Now, it's unknown if Kia and Hyundai have ever fully fixed these problems, but yeah. Let's just hope they did. And ultimately, these are just 3 examples of kids stealing cars. Well, just 2. Now we'll go for a 3rd one, but this one is a little more tongue-in-cheek. This one's because he wanted a Lamborghini. Hold up, but what now? He said because his mom didn't want to buy him a Lamborghini. Yes, a Lamborghini. Oh man. Oh, I remember just hearing this and laughing my ass off. This is more tongue-in-cheek than you can get it. And this was back on May 5th, 2020. You think I'm making this up, but it's real. A Utah boy who was 5 years, and this is from Fox 10 Phoenix, their news site. A Utah boy who was 5 years old steals parents' car so he can buy a Lamborghini in California, troopers say. Now, this is actually hilarious. In Ogden, Utah, when Trooper Rick Morgan saw drivers maneuvering away from slowly swerving SUV on Monday, He thought he was about to pull over an impaired driver. Little did he know he was wrong. The driver complied with Morgan's siren and pulled to the shoulder of the freeway. But when Morgan got to the driver's window, he didn't find an adult behind the wheel. When he got to the window and the window came down, he wasn't quite sure what to think. Morgan told KSTU. It was pretty clear when the window came down it was a young, very underage driver. Morgan said he asked the driver, a 5-year-old boy, where he was headed. The kid replied, California, 'cause they know how to party. California. Oh my god. Sorry. Because I've been there, it was relatively fun for a trip. The trooper said the boy has gotten into an argument with his mom when she told him she wouldn't buy him a Lamborghini. He took the family's vehicle and set out for his sister's house in California. What, is his sister a TikTok superstar or some shit? Does she have $200,000 in her wallet? Or more than that? There he planned on buying the Lambo, even so he would have only run into a dead end. A Lamborghini costs roughly $200,000. Morgan said the child only had $3 in his wallet. Oh. Despite visibility issues, difficulty reaching the foot pedals, Trooper said the boy had driven several miles by the time they pulled him over. He was sitting on the front edge of his seat so he could reach the brake pedal, Morgan explained. Nobody was hurt, but authorities admit it could have been much worse had the child driven much further. Eventually, law enforcement reunited him with his parents. He was upset. He was on the verge of tears, Morgan said. I don't think we will ever see him in this situation again. Soon. But eventually, he didn't get to have a Lamborghini, but he did get to sit in one while someone drove him around in one. So, I guess you could say this story has a happy ending. But I would pray that kid got a nice, good, maybe a whipping. Because sometimes you just gotta spank the kid, you know. Because if I was a bit of a jerk to my mother, I know she would, smack me, and then I would be grounded, depending on how long it was, but I would usually get the stare, and she'd be like, do that shit one more time, and I'm going to smack you when we get home. And I was like, yes, ma'am. Yeah, like, ultimately, when it comes to this shit, parents just need to be more proactive and maybe disciplining their kids and just be better in general. Because if you really want to find ways to prevent kids from doing crime, there are ways, but it all starts at home. It all starts at home. Anyways, that'll be it for today's video. If you liked it, feel free to like and subscribe, share with families and friends, and leave a comment in the comments section down below. And do remember, if you have something you want me to talk about, put it in the comments section down below, and I will write it on a piece of paper so I can remember it for another video, and I just might talk about it. I'll make a list of it, and I just might do it, and it may become a part series. I'll chop it up into chunks, so I don't have to do it all in one video. But anyways, that is it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my superstars. See you next video.